The world went crazy when AMD launched the Ryzen 5000 series. It was, in every single way, a better option than what the competition was offering, but at a lower price as well. I can already tell you that Ryzen 5 5600X is going to be the most popular process for a lot of people. The reason behind that is simple: you are getting something faster than anything Intel has to offer so far on paper, and finding the best motherboard for Ryzen 5 5600X is just as important. Which is exactly what we are going to look at today. The purpose of this roundup is to be sure that you can be ready for the gaming PC setup you will build with the all-new Ryzen 5000 series in time, as it will dominate the market without any second thoughts. With that said, we are going to cover all the top motherboards that we think are great. To get more information on any of these products, check out the links in the description box below for more information, and don't forget to subscribe to Gaming Gadgets Geeks YouTube channel. Starting our list with Asus ROG X570 Crosshair 8 formula. Asus's motherboard formula is pretty simple: make the best possible option for the ones who have the money to spend on them, but, at the same time, make something that is widely accessible to everyone, so you do not end up getting the wrong offering in the first place. The motherboard in question is the Asus ROG X570 Crosshair 8 formula, and we have featured this motherboard before, and there is a strong reason behind this. If you are looking for a motherboard that does not have any compromises and works well in all the cases, then getting this makes the most sense. The best thing about this motherboard is that although it costs a fair amount of money, at the same time, it does not compromise on anything. You are getting a lot of the features, including water blocks on VRM. If you wish it, go ahead and build the ultimate water-cooled and overclocked system. In addition to that, you are also getting gorgeous looks, all the latest connectivity options, and a sturdy build quality that Asus is known for. For anyone who is looking to push their processor to the extreme by overclocking it, you are getting a great offering. Honestly, at this point, this is one of the best offerings in the market. So feel free to get your hands on it. There is no denying that for anyone who is looking for a no-compromise offering by Asus or any other brand, for that matter. The Asus ROG X570 Crosshair 8 formula is the way to go. It delivers stellar performance across the board, and not just that, it is one of the best offerings available as well. You are getting a motherboard that looks stunning in every possible way, combined with a lot of power right out of the box and massive overclocking potential as well. On its own, the motherboard is as solid as anything. At number 2, it's Asus AM4 Tough Gaming X570 Plus. There is no denying the fact that Asus is known for making a lot of motherboards. So much so that in so many cases, you might even forget about all the offerings that Asus has in line for us. But it certainly is a good thing because this approach allows them to capture all the market segments, and that is a good thing. Now another good thing here is that the Asus AM4 Tough Gaming X570 Plus is one of the more affordable offerings here that we think will blend in perfectly with the Ryzen 5 5600X, and for several reasons as well. One of the major selling points of this motherboard is the price. If you are looking for something good that won't break your bank, then this motherboard is the one that you should be paying attention to. Because for a very affordable price, you are getting some interesting features. For starters, this is one of the few entry-level options that ship with debug LED, and while it might not be of concern to a lot of people, it certainly is something that most people are going to want to have. Additionally, the USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type-C port on the back is another thing that I realized to be very important. Moving on, the onboard Wisconsin Fi saves a lot of hassle because you can just connect to it and forget about anything else coming your way in case of connectivity limitations. Sadly, the motherboard does not bring a front panel USB 3.1 Gen 2 connector, but that might not be a problem for everyone, as everything else that you would expect or want from this motherboard is already there. Overall, I would say that the Asus AM4 Tough Gaming X570 Plus is more than capable of holding itself in a league of its own. If you are looking for something that is solid and delivers good performance across the board, this is the motherboard that you should be aiming for. At number 3, it's Gigabyte B550 Aorus Elite. If you have been thinking about getting an affordable offering from the Ryzen 5 5600X simply because you don't need to spend upwards of $500 on a higher-end motherboard, you are not the only one, as Gigabyte does have some nice offerings for you that you can go for. The Gigabyte B550 Aorus Elite is the motherboard of choice for a lot of people, as it is one of the more affordable motherboards in the market, and for all the right reasons. But does that mean that you are not getting as good of a performance? Actually, no, that is not the case. Now, the best part about this motherboard for a lot of people is the price. You are not expected to pay a lot of money for this, and that is what we love about this. However, at the same time, you are still getting pretty great performance and value across the board. You are getting all the latest features that are synonymous with the 5th generation Ryzen and the AM4 as well. Which means that you have access to PCIe 4.0 on the storage as well as on the GPU side of things, so you have something to look forward to as well. I honestly don't have any complaints, to be honest. I cannot see any issues coming in the way of the performance. The only issue here is that you are not getting Wi-Fi out of the box. Overall, if you ask me, the B550 Aorus Elite is certainly one of the finer choices that are available. If you are trying to save your money by not spending a lot of money and you have little to no plans to overclock your processor to its limit, going for this motherboard is the right choice, and you can easily make the most of your money. It is a fine choice that delivers on everything but onboard Wi-Fi, but we are sure that not many people are going to have issues with that. At number 4, it's MSI MEG X570 Unify motherboard. We know of the fact that MSI has made a career of giving us motherboards that are amazing in every aspect. However, it is not just limited to motherboards, as they have delivered some of the other products as well, each one being better than the other in one way or another. The MSI MEG X570 Unify is one of the best options that we can suggest to anyone for a lot of reasons. It is great in many ways and delivers exceptionally well-balanced performance. You can be at peace knowing that you are not being left behind in any way. Now the best part about this motherboard for a lot of people is going to be the fact that there is no RGB whatsoever. The complete black PCB, along with the rest of the components, is stunning to look at, and it is complemented by amazing performance as well. The motherboard is also a lot more affordable than some of the siblings, and for all the right reasons. Another good thing is that you are getting a lot of fan headers, and my favorite thing is the 90-degree front USB connectors, which are a breeze to use. I cannot begin to tell you how something as simple as this can save from so much hassle. My only issue is that the fan on the PCH tends to get loud, but other than that, I cannot see anything wrong with the otherwise amazing motherboard. There is absolutely no way in which the MSI MEG X570 Unify is not a good motherboard. Pretty much everything about this motherboard is on point, and if you are looking for performance, you are going to get top-of-the-line performance from this offering, and everything will be sorted for you. All you have to do is make sure that you are getting things the right way, and you would be all good to go. At number 5, it's Asus ROG Strix B550F Gaming. As far as the motherboard selection is concerned, Asus does not hold back when it comes to good motherboards. If you are looking to get things sorted, then choosing a decent Asus motherboard is the way to go as it delivers excellent value in every single way. The motherboard we have on our table right now is the Asus ROG Strix B550F Gaming, and it is one of the most capable B550 motherboards. I can tell you right now that the Ryzen 5 5600X will feel right at home with a good B550 motherboard, as they are perfectly complementing each other. The great thing about this motherboard that I love a lot is the fact that it supports a 14-phase power delivery system, which is great if you are looking to overclock your processor to decent speeds. Not just that, you are also getting access to 2.5B LAN, along with Wi-Fi 6 support, so you are future for the fastest possible networks. Another great thing about this motherboard is that it has one of the best onboard audios, which will solve most of your issues if you are looking for good performance. If you want something stealthy with the right amount of color, this is the motherboard that you should be opting for. As far as the downsides are concerned, the only thing is that there are no front USB 3.2 connectors, and that is my only issue here. The great thing about the Asus ROG Strix B550F gaming motherboard is that it is not going to cost you a lot of money. But at the same time, it is going to deliver excellent overall performance for the price you are paying. Whether you are running on stock settings or you are planning on overclocking the CPU, you can do both. The motherboard offers one of the finest performance per dollar, and you will not be let down if you are looking for something that delivers on all fronts. And with that we come to the end of our review. I understand that buying the right motherboard for a processor that is not even out yet is an overwhelming process. After all, what if something goes out of place? But the thing here is that AMD has already announced that all B550 and X570 motherboards are going to be fully compatible with the Ryzen 5000 series CPUs. If that is not enough, most motherboard manufacturers, including Gigabyte, MSI, and Asus, have already started launching the latest BIOS for the upcoming processors. Which means that you will only need to install the new BIOS and you would be all good to go. With that said, the entire list contains all the motherboards that we think are good for you and your upcoming Ryzen 5 5600X gaming PC setup. These motherboards have been properly tested and validated, so you know that you are getting something that can be trusted. Just be sure that you are keeping an eye out on the BIOS, because at the end of the day, only that is going to be the variable that will allow you to run the upcoming 5th generation of Ryzen CPUs on the motherboard, and nothing else will become a problem for you.